this building. Take a look there, Brad Underwood, 8th season as Illinois head coach, led the Illini to the Elite Eight last season, and just like that, college basketball underway. Yakuchonis with it up top, passes it off to Boswell, back to KJ. Boswell with it. Yakuchonis from deep, planks off the iron, rebounded by Bolis. Taking it up the floor is Nikyle Shelton, the player to watch on the OVC watch list. Artis Stapleton with it now. Finds Jacoby. Back to Shelton now. Illinois defense holding strong so far. Shelton with a jumper, good.
That's a good shot.
The confidence there to take the shot from the mid-range. And Genesis, that's a move we see you do all the time.
Yeah, he really made sure that he got to his spot.
Trey White with the shooting foul. He's going to head to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, the Panthers are really showing their athleticism with the way they're guarding. You see on ball screens, they do like a heavy, like kind of small trap in a way. Like a really hard hedge, I would say. So let's see how the Illini combat that.
White gets the first one. Genesis, Trey White, a player who has been to 3 colleges in 3 seasons, but we talked to Underwood earlier today. He told us it doesn't matter where he got his experience. It just matters that he has it, and he does have it.
Yeah, experience is so important, especially when you have a lot of newcomers and a lot of young guys. You need that experience in the locker room and that leadership on the court.
Panthers back at it on their own end. Bolis with it up against Ivisic. The hook shot, good. Eastern Illinois up 4-2 here at the State Farm Center. Here's Trey White again. Back to Yakuchonis. Pump fakes into the paint. Finds Ivisic. Ivisic the board. Good off the glass.
That's a great pass.
Ivisic, a player Alec will talk to us about later on in this broadcast. But big story. Here he is right on cue with the steal. Finds Kasparas Yakuchonis. And diving play into the stands. It'll be Panthers ball.
Yeah, that's good activity from your big man. You just hold that ball for a second and get to a guard real quick. That's very good activity.
Jacoby inbounds to Stapleton. Stapleton, a guy who's been all over the place in his career. Out of Kenwood High School in Chicago, Illinois. He goes to mid-range jumper, and he connects. He's headed to the line.
That's a great read. They saw they were showing low and going to have those jumpers all day to play that coverage.
So Stapleton heads to the line now. Grad student in his 6th year of college basketball. He spent 2 seasons at Lewis, then a season at Radford. He was an All-American at D2 Lincoln, then spent last year at Missouri, Kansas City. Now here he is, playing just about 40 minutes from Champaign, Illinois. Here's Humrickhouse with it now. Trey White baseline, finds Boswell. The ball movement, Humrickhouse from deep. Unable to connect. Here's the board, Ivisic, and a call foul on that one.
That's great ball movement. He sacrificed a good shot for a great shot. Even though he missed it, that was the right play.
See here the activity from Ivisic in the paint. Able to corral it, gets fouled on the way back up, the refs say. So he's at the line now. Panthers up 6-4. And one of the things Ivisic did so well in his last season with SC Derby in Montenegro was free throw shooting after he clanks the first one off the iron, but an 87% free throw shooter overseas. Sinks the second one.
I like to see if Illini kind of stay in that drop coverage of the screens.
Stapleton on Ivisic. Ivisic with the block. Stapleton still gets it up off the glass. They're going to say that's Panthers ball. And Genesis, you saw there, the Illini still playing in that drop coverage.
Yeah, I want to see how the Panthers guards will continue to attack that big or even pull for their short jumpers.
We've seen them connect on a couple mid-range jumpers so far. Here's another one. Jacoby off the iron, corralled by Ivisic. Boswell with it now, trying to push the pace. Finds Yakuchonis. He finds Boswell. Boswell into the corner. Humrickhouse. Good.
3 points. Illinois. Humrickhouse.
And that's what he brings to the team. I mean, he's an elite three-point shooter at every level that he's been at. So I'm looking forward to see how he brings that to the Illini this year.
Humrickhouse, another player with such a great story. Yakuchonis out there guarding Stapleton. Stapleton with mid-range fader. Boswell corrals it. Boswell, another one of the transfers, one of the 5 transfers for Illinois. Here's Ivisic from deep. Rattles out. Zion Fruster with it. Passes it off to Stapleton, then Bolis. Bolis with the screen. Here's another mid-range jumper from the Panthers, and they connect on that one. Genesis, they are on fire from the mid-range.
Yeah, they are really prepared for that low coverage. Once they're going to stay in it.
Yakuchonis, no look pass to Ivisic, back out to Boswell. Boswell driving, foul. What a no-look pass there from KJ.
Yeah, I love the way that he's playing right now. I mean, he seems so comfortable out there to be a freshman. You can tell that he's way above his years.
Kasparas Yakuchonis, only 18 years old, averaged 19.2 points per game for FC Barcelona's second team last season. Boswell sinks his first.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 22, Sekou Kale. In for Illinois,
now the tallest player for the Panthers in the game, Genesis, that's Sekou Kale. Checking in for Illinois is Perez Johnson.
Yeah, I would love to see the Illini use their size as the game goes on.
So now 2 players standing at 6'10", manning the paint for each team. That's Sekou Kale, Perez Johnson, and you hear the crowd cheering for the 5-star freshman, Will Riley. Deep range shot. Got it. That's the Kyle Shelton.
3 points.
Yeah, that's definitely someone the coach said that they're looking for him to produce a lot this year.
Humrickhouse outside, finds Boswell in the corner. Baseline drive. They're going to say he stepped out.
Timeout on the floor.
And that brings us to our first media timeout of the game. The Illini trail by. We saw the same issue with his brother last season at Kentucky. This season, the Illini get his eligibility cleared a little bit bigger than his brother was last year. His brother, of course, now at Arkansas. Now, play resumes here at the State Farm Center. Boswell defending Stapleton in the corner. Perez Johnson outside. Here's the drive from Shelton. Blocked.
Yeah, that's a really good presence. I mean, he was on that baseline. He was ready for him to come. That's great help side.
Perez Johnson showing off why he was the #1 ranked player in Illinois, a consensus top 30 player in the country coming out of high school. Illinois Mr. Basketball, Gatorade Player of the Year. Here's Stapleton from 3-point range. Rebound Riley. Riley holds, finds Boswell. And they're going to say Riley traveled on that one. Genesis, freshmen always bound to have some freshman mistakes, right?
Of course. I mean, that's something you expect, especially your first game in this environment. I'm sure that everyone was kind of expecting at least 1 or 2.
Panthers lead by 1 with just under 15 minutes left here in the first half. Humrickhouse defends Shelton's shot way up in the air and off the iron. Here's Boswell. Takes a 3 himself. And in and out, Riley with the tip-in.
Great activity. He did not give up on that play. It's really the little things as a freshman that you need to focus on, especially your first year.
Riley, a player who reclassified from 2025 to 2024. Here's Jacoby unable to get it off the glass. Kylan Boswell trying to find Riley, and a little miscommunication there.
Returning for the Illini, number 22, Trey White.
And Genesis, with the amount of roster turnover Illinois has experienced this season, you've dealt with the transfer portal yourself. How hard is it to sort of adjust to new teammates out there on the hardwood?
Yeah, when it's a totally new team and you're trying to adjust to the culture, I feel like it comes with just some little things that kind of can happen, just as far as like trying to figure out rotations, trying to figure out who fits where, and just, everyone's roles on the team. So I think the Illini, they're looking good together. I feel like as the year goes on, their chemistry will build and it'll be a lot better.
Panthers, on the other hand, have 7 returning players. A couple of them in there right now. Cooper Jacoby, one of them, he was named to the Ohio Valley Conference Players to Watch list. Zobadiah Curtis trying to drive, making a move on Riley, no good. Here's Riley now with it, middle of the court. Finding Johnson. Gibbs Lawhorn in the game now for Illinois. He has the ball. Scored 15 in the exhibition game against Ole Miss, leading the Illini in scoring off the bench. Here's White to say foul on the floor.
I didn't see the Illini really just spacing the floor and attacking those gaps. Like they run just a dribble drive motion offense, which if you have a lot of crafty guards, that's probably the best way to go.
Returning for the Illini, number 32.
See here, number 40 in the black and blue, Cooper Jacoby. Spent 2 years at Toledo. Last season was his first season at Eastern Illinois, and he graduated early after being a redshirt sophomore last season, so he goes from being a sophomore technically to a grad student over the course of 1 summer. He is the 2nd highest returning scorer for the Panthers, and great rebounder as well.
Yeah, I would like to see him really show his leadership and his experience on the court. Just being that grad and being around the game so long, he should know exactly what he's doing.
Yakuchonis with it now. Screen set by Ivisic. Riley outside takes a 3. Good!
Riley!
Hey. See that he's warm now. He got to just get that first turner out the way. Now he's ready.
So Will Riley gets the one mistake out of the way. He's showcasing why he is a top 20 player in the country coming out of high school. Was a top 10 before he reclassified. White with it now on the opposite end. Whips the ball into the corner. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn. No good. Jacoby with it now. Shelton gathers his balance, takes the mid-range fadeaway, and he's headed to the line.
Yeah, he really loves that mid-range. He knows how to get to his spots and just elevate, even with his size. He really elevates very well.
And that was something that Brad Underwood told us earlier when we talked to him today. He said the Panthers are a good defensive team, and they're a good team in the mid-range, and they've proved to be both of those so far. The score 15-11, the Illini lead. Most of the points scored by Eastern have been mid-range fadeaways. And, you wonder when they start to maybe take more three-point shots. Genesis Shelton shot 34% from 3 last season.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, they get to their spots. They're doing what they can do out the pick and roll coverage. Until Illini either switches it up or play them a little bit higher, I would think they would continue to do the same things.
Just under 13 minutes left here in the first half. Yakuchonis with it, finds Ivisic. Ivisic from deep, off the back iron, corralled by Stapleton. Stapleton pushing the pace. Here he is, off the glass, no good. Rebound, Isevic. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn, contact, gets the foul. He's headed to the line for 2.
That's real aggressive. I think the Illini are better in transition. When they get clean stops, get clean rebounds, they're a real scary sight in transition.
Aggressive basketball here from the sophomore for the Illini. Take a look here. A lot of contact on that play. Genesis, probably not the type of play you want to see in the first game if you're Brad Underwood.
Yeah, definitely.
Ivisic sinks his first. Pardon me, Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn. Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn a season ago in the season opener had 18 points against this same exact team. Led the Illini in scoring in that one.
Yeah, and even Brad kind of talked about his jump from his freshman year to his sophomore year, and how more confident he's getting, and yeah, he's looking to see a lot from him.
Another mid-range jumper from Sheldon, air ball that time. Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn with the ball finds Riley. And now with Ty Rogers redshirting, Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn, the only returning player, the only returning scholarship player for the Illini. You see there, Will Riley with a nice move. Cooper Jacoby, he sinks it.
Cooper Jacoby.
Well, these guys are playing some really good basketball. They're moving it well. They're scoring when necessary. And they're playing great defense off this pick and rolls. Here's another stop.
It'll be Illinois ball. We're going to go to another break here as the Illini only lead. He's right there, number 5 for Eastern Illinois. And despite missing the last month of last season, he still led his program in scoring. Certainly a player that Marty Simmons is excited to have this season. Inbound to Kasparis Yakuchonis. White with it now, finds Ivisic. Ivisic finds Kasparis, good. Off the glass for 2.
That's very good patience by the big man. Held it for a 2 count, seen the cutter, and hit him. Perfect pass.
Stapleton back in the game for EIU. Player that Coach Simmons said is incredibly strong and athletic, even for a guard. Frooster with it, screen set by Calais. Frooster, baby hook shot, no good.
I like that the Illini are switching very aggressively. I feel like that's giving the guards problems when they switch out aggressive like that.
Kasparis Yakuchonis whips it to Trey White. Little strong, corralled by Ivisic. He puts it up. They're going to call a foul.
I'm impressed with his passing. I mean, the way that he was dipping that ball across court, you can tell his eyes are staying up. I'm very impressed as a freshman.
Yeah, we've already seen a whip across the court. We've seen a no-look pass. What else? Right. It's like he's checking off bingo boxes right now.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely confident out there. As a freshman, to be so confident, that's really a good perk.
So Ivisic at the line now. Since the first of 2, Gibbs-Lawhorn checks out of the game for Kylan Boswell. So Illinois starters back out there on the floor. Ivisic 2 for 2 on that trip. Like we said earlier, he spent 3 seasons with SC Derby in the Adriatic League overseas. Huge news, literally huge news for Illinois Thursday that they get him back this season. Bolis in the paint, Ivisic defending. They are going to say it stays on this end, a foul on Ivisic.
You know, I'm really impressed with Kylan's on-ball defense. I mean, the way that he is harassing the guards, I mean, even at the half-court line, you can tell he's really causing some problems with just one-on-one defense.
Pardon me, that foul away from the ball there. They're saying that foul is going to be on Kylan Boswell.
At the line. 2 shots.
Maybe got a little too handsy right there.
Take a look at Bolis's stats from last season. Despite not playing all too much, still able to average 3.3 rebounds. He played a lot in his freshman season at EIU. The past 2 seasons after that good freshman year, he hasn't played all that much. Looks like he's going to have an increased role here for Marty Simmons this season.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Simmons talked so highly of him. He said, you know, his stats are just showing the impact that he has on the floor. He's as a leader, as a hard worker. So, yeah, he's definitely a group player for sure.
And with those 2 misses, I feel like I'm obligated to say why the Illinois fans here were just cheering. You miss 2 free throws as an opponent. Everybody at the game gets free McNuggets.
Of course, McDonald's is going to be on fire this evening.
So another trip to the line here. You take a look at the foul, and they appear to be doubling Ivisic in the paint.
Yeah, I think they're doubling those corners as well. They're really being aggressive when they get it on the sideline of the corners.
Do you think that's maybe a reason why this game only is being decided by 6 points right now?
I do believe so. I feel like they're trying to keep the Illini off guard, so sending multiple coverages, doing different things on ball screens, and just trying to keep them off guard.
First one connects for the 7'1", 255-pound, technically sophomore now, after he forgoes his first season of college eligibility, part of the deal with the NCAA to get him playing at the start of the season. Illini up by 8 here, just over 10 minutes left in the first. Stapleton steps back. Got it.
So it looks like they're switching 1 through 4, but with the 5 player, they're showing low, and that's how he got to his mid-range.
Kasparis with a reverse and one. What a play by the freshman.
We love to see that energy from a freshman. Just hypes up the crowd, hypes up the team. Those could be those moments that really propel them and make them go on a good run.
Take a look here at the play. What a nifty maneuver there in the paint.
In for the Panthers, number 9. In for Illinois, number 0.
A lot of other broadcasters, scouts, and whatnot talk about Kasparis Yakuchonis. A word you hear thrown around a lot is silky. He can maneuver through those lanes, and he showed he can there.
I can definitely see that. With his height, I mean, the way that he's so crafty around the rim, comfortable, I feel like that's a really good trait to have at his height.
6'6", freshman guard. The ball out of bounds off Kerry Booth, who's in the game now. Booth, a 6'10" transfer from Notre Dame. He switches onto the ball handler, Stapleton. Now Johnson on him, a floater. And that's a nice play there from Stapleton, a player who's looked really good thus far for the Panthers.
Yeah, they're really getting them with that high ball screen, especially with the 5 players, since they know they're showing low and they get into that mid-range every time.
Do you think Illinois is going to continue with that drop-back coverage?
I'm not sure. I mean, if they keep on exposing it, they might have to switch it up.
KJ now in the paint, maneuvers, foul.
Foul on Eastern, number 2.
Yakuchonis heading back to the line.
Team's 9th.
His second time heading to the line in the past 2 trips down the court for Illinois.
Shooting 2.
You know, one thing that Brad's talked about is how much that he draws fouls. And I'm starting to see that even in this first half, how many fouls that he have drawn already.
After missing his first, he connects with that one. Genesis, I was a little shocked he missed that first one, because you take a look at his stats last season with FC Barcelona. He was an 88% free throw shooter.
Yeah, I'm looking at that, averaging 19 points, but he's on pace to have a 50, 40, 90 percentage, which is very effective as a scorer. So I like to see him bring that effectiveness to the team this year.
Inbound now to Isaiah Griffin, one of those transfers for Eastern Illinois. Here's Frooster. Screen
again.
And Frooster connects from three-point range. It feels like EIU can't miss.
Yeah, that high ball screen is really getting them with the 5 player.
Boswell finds Johnson. Kasparis now with it. He finds Booth in the corner. Little strong there. Rebound by Bolis. Panthers trying to push the pace here.
Let's see if they go back to it.
And there it is, the ball screen there. Frooster with it, finding Bolis in the paint, up against Illinois' big man Johnson. Air ball, corralled here by Curtis. Curtis, baseline drive, trying to get it up. No good, tap in by Jacoby.
See, that's a broken pay that the Illini have to get on that.
Jacoby showcasing his scoring and rebounding prowess on that one play. Kasparis beyond the three-point line, gets fouled.
Another foul drawn.
Oh, the Panthers number 4, Isaiah Griffin, his first, team's 10th. Timeout on the floor.
Opponents to teammates.
Kasparis Yakuchonis at the line, shooting 3.
Yakuchonis, after getting fouled behind the arc, sinks the first, and we've mentioned time and time again how solid his passing has been in this contest. Misses the second, and Genesis, we've talked about how Illinois has been getting upset by the drop coverage a little bit that they're using. Do we think that that's going to change? Do you think maybe after this timeout we're going to see a different defensive look?
I'm not sure. I mean, it still is early in the game, and they're honestly just making some really tough shots over contest. So we'll see if they'll switch it up or just continue to keep doing what they're doing and hope that they will stop making those hard shots.
Looks like it stays the same. Brewster, no good. A little too strong on that try. Rebounded by Yakuchonis. Boswell from deep. Off the iron. Humrickhouse gets fouled on the rebound.
That was such an unselfish play by KJ. I mean, he had the open shot, but he had a better one for Kylan. And those are the things you like to see, especially from a point guard.
You think that really shows the sense of trust among these teammates right now?
Definitely. You kind of can see, even though it's early, the togetherness that they have and just the cohesive unit that they seem to be playing in. It's a beautiful thing to watch and to see how it grows throughout the year.
You saw on your screen just a moment ago the outstanding numbers that Ben Humrickhouse had last season at Evansville. He's got such a great story, spent 3 seasons at NAIA Huntington, and then his most recent season at Evansville, part of a team that had an okay season in conference play and then made their way all the way to the Ohio Valley Conference Final. Fell short in that game, but hit a career high of 28 last season, and he followed that up with 27. So, I mean, he's another one of these players for Illinois that can really just score it night in and night out.
Yeah, definitely. It's his three-point shooting, I think, that really sets him apart. I mean, his quick release, how tall he is, how high he shoots it. It's really hard to contest it.
Good hands there from Stapleton. He's a little upset with himself for not coming down with that one.
Definitely. He is so active on the ball. That's another one from the Panthers that has really great on-ball defense.
It's exactly what head coach Marty Simmons told us about R.T. Stapleton when we talked to him a couple days ago. Not only is he such a great defender, but he just couldn't stress enough how smart of a basketball player Stapleton is and how excited he is to have him on his squad this season. Ivisic into the corner. DGL sinks it.
Nice bucket. Looking forward to see how Trey just kind of progresses as the year goes by, especially with his offensive game. Because everyone talks about his defense, but he has a great offensive game as well. The drop coverage again.
See there the answer from Stapleton. Genesis, through Brad Underwood, you gotta love seeing Dre Gibbs Lawhorn sink the 3 and then immediately slam his hands on the hardwood on defense.
Definitely, that's his bread and butter. His defense is what fuels him, what motivates him. Oh, wow.
Offensive foul.
So an offensive
13,
foul
Thomas
call on
Ivisic.
Ivisic.
Team's 5th.
Yeah, Underwood definitely does not like that call at all.
Let's take a look here. What do you see, Genesis?
He did grab the jersey. Okay, I definitely see that. And that might be just a little bit of, because he is international and they are a little bit more aggressive and have, lighter rules when it comes to contact, so I can see how that comes to happen.
Jacoby with the pump fake and drive, kicks it back out to Stapleton. Stapleton finds Kalu. No good on the baby hook. Ivisic with the board. Gives Lawhorn again in the corner. Driving, takes his shot. It's fouled on the way up, so he'll be headed to the free throw line.
The Illini have already shot 20 free throws.
Foul
And
on the
still
Panthers,
5 minutes
number
left in the
40,
first
Cooper
half. I mean,
Jacoby,
you can
his
tell they're
first.
really getting downhill, really being aggressive, and it's paying off.
Dre Gibbs Lawhorn at
Dre
the line.
Gibbs Lawhorn
Shooting 2.
at the line now. Last season, didn't play all that much, but he's a spark off the bench in so many different games over the course of Illinois' season. A memorable 2-for-2 performance from 3 in that first round appearance against Morehead State, in which Illini really needed his spark off the bench, and he delivered. And Brad Underwood just couldn't stress enough how happy he is that he can bring Dre off of his bench, and he's always going to provide that energy.
Yeah, you need a spark player at all times, especially on a defensive man that loves defense. You definitely need that on every team. And look at his switches, they're so aggressive. He's going over the top.
Here's Frooster with it now, has to bounce back out off the body of Ivisic. And now an offensive foul for the Panthers.
Illinois basketball.
But that foul came because Boswell was up, and he had to move in order to hit him. So that was great coverage by the Illini.
This was a pretty close game, and then all of a sudden it feels like penalties are really hurting the Panthers.
Definitely. They're being a little bit too overzealous at some points, and that's kind of hurting them.
Trey White in the corner, off the iron, and they're going to get Bolis, I believe, for a foul.
Panthers number 5, Zion Frooster, his second.
And they found Frooster, you see there, Frooster undercutting the rebounding Gibbs Lawhorn.
Yep. Gibbs Lawhorn definitely sold that. He jumped really high. Make sure the
Dre
ref
Gibbs
did see
Lawhorn at the
that.
line. Shooting 2.
It seems like already Genesis seeing Gibbs Lawhorn jump that high isn't going to be a rare occurrence this season.
Oh, for sure. For his height, the way that he can jump and how athletic he is and how explosive he is, he's definitely one of a kind talent.
So he makes his way back to the free throw line. Makes the first one. Misses the second. Rebound, Ivisic, and one.
Okay, we love to see that energy.
Count the basket, foul number 40, Cooper Jacoby, his second.
You can hear how loud this place is right now. Ivisic, talented first-year player in college basketball, technically a sophomore,
Shooting 1.
showing what he does best.
I mean, it's crazy. He's already on pace for a double-double, and there's still 5 minutes left in the first half. That's his 10th point. He has 9 rebounds and 2 assists.
And Genesis, I don't want to get the announcers jinx involved here at all, but I think it's pretty safe to say that Ivisic is going to get there.
Definitely. I'd love to even see if he get a triple-double as the year goes on, because he's a great passer out of the post as well.
See here, Riley with the ball. The Illini up by 12 after what was a close game in the early goings, trying to find Gibbs Lawhorn, and a foul on Jacoby.
Foul on the Panthers.
Just under 5 minutes left
Number 2,
here
Ortiz Stapleton,
in
his
Champaign. And I feel like we can't stress it
Dre Gibbs
enough. The
Lawhorn at the line.
penalties
Shooting
really
2.
helping Illinois here.
Definitely. I mean, if you compare the free throw attempts, it's 26 now to 5. And I like to see the Panthers get a little bit more aggressive and try to manufacture points at the free throw line.
Illini now 23 for 27 at the free throw line. Promising number.
Yeah, definitely.
Sinks the second one.
This is a very important possession. They're down by 14. You really need a good bucket right here. You don't want to let this get out of hand.
Sheldon with it now. One of the star players for the Panthers, and he gets the and one this time. What a play from Kyle Sheldon.
That's definitely what they needed right now. Cut that lead, hopefully to 11, and now get some good stops and go into halftime with not a double-digit lead.
You saw on that replay the clear contact from Dre Gibbs Lawhorn, and that time it wasn't Bolis with the high ball screen, but instead Seifi Pillay. And Marty Simmons clearly establishing an offensive vision for his squad.
Definitely.
Stoppage of play here. Not sure what happened. Ivisic with the inbound now. Boswell, top of the key. Riley outside, finds DGL, cross court, and he gets it to go again.
Those skips will always be open. Whenever you have 2 on the ball and you can get it out really quick, that skip should be your first look. That's a 3 every time.
Dre Gibbs Lawhorn now with 13 points for Illinois. And this place is rocking. Illinois defense holding strong so far. Shot no good. That was Malik Olafoye. Ivisic handing off to Riley. Riley surveying his options. Trey White cross court, back to Ivisic in the paint. Ivisic trying to pass out of it. He does to White. White ball fakes to Boswell, finding DGL in the post. No good. Rebound nearly corralled by Dre Gibbs Lawhorn, and it pops out into the hands of Olafoye. Gibbs Lawhorn defending. Sheldon pump fakes, finds Calais for the 2.
I think another interesting stat is the Panthers' record. Last year, when they are trailing at halftime, they are 1-14. But when they are leading at halftime, they are 12-2. So I like to see how that stat kind of plays a role with them this year.
Gibbs Lawhorn again. He got it again.
He's on fire right now.
Gibbs Lawhorn.
And Genesis with the way Dre Gibbs has been shooting, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a heat check soon from the talented sophomore. He's got 16 in the first half.
Definitely. Everyone knows from his defense, but he has really shown his offensive ability today in this game.
Nice pump fake there from Shelton. He's just been automatic inside the three-point arc.
That was a really poised play. For sure they needed that bucket.
Boswell. Here's Ivisic. His turn. No good. White the rebound, puts it back up. And I'm going to say jump ball there. The possession arrow in favor of Eastern Illinois. And with that, the Illini lead 48-30.
And when you have that kind of schedule, you just got to have that mentality to just go in and dominate. I mean, this team has a lot of upside to them. I'm excited to see how they continue to grow this year. I mean, they have some really good non-conference teams that I'm excited to see how they do. I think they'll do very well this year.
Certainly a young and energetic group. We've mentioned time and time again that they only have one returning scholarship player now with Dre Gibbs Lawhorn after the red shirt of Ty Rogers. If you're just tuning in alongside Genesis Bryant, I am Peter Hansen here on Big Ten Plus. Yakuchonis with it now, surveying his options, finds Riley in the corner. Can he get it to fall? No. Johnson with the rebound, though. He's trying to put his moves on Belize. Rattles out. Rebound, Jacoby.
That was a strong play. Just had to finish that.
Maybe some more freshman growing pains there. We've mentioned those for Will Riley, and they're bound to happen. Here's Yakuchonis, player who's looked so impressive thus far, finds DGL for the 2.
He has great court vision as a freshman. That is the player they needed. They are up 16 now with a minute left in the first half.
Now, Genesis, correct me if I'm wrong, but that feels like an NBA caliber pass.
Definitely. I mean, the way that he zipped that pass, he has so much strength as a freshman as well.
Blocked by Johnson on the baseline, kept in by Yakuchonis. He's getting it done on all ends of the floor. Johnson setting the screen, and we call a moving screen on that. Genesis, you agree with that call?
I mean, it could have went both ways. He should have waited just a little bit longer, but it definitely could have went both ways.
21, whereas Johnson Jr. hits first.
You often hear about giving the defender their step, right? And
right.
I'm not sure if he gave him that one right there. You take a look, Genesis. What'd you see?
Yeah, he was a little too soon. That screen looked like it hurt, too.
Merez Johnson,
also in for the Illini, number 22,
6'9",
Trey White.
255 pounds as a freshman. Helped USA win the FIBA U18 AmeriCup in Argentina. In high school, he averaged 20 points per game and 15 rebounds per game. Back to the action here in Champaign. Just under 40 seconds left. Jacoby with a three-point attempt, and he rattles it out.
They got lucky on that possession. That was a miscommunication, but luckily they didn't hit the shot. Look how low he is on defense right now.
It's number 4, Isaiah Griffin, and another offensive foul. They say a push-off there, and KJ visibly frustrated.
Yeah. He did push off, though, but that was great defense. He just stayed in front of him.
Number 32,
you see there the
making the extra pass. They're playing very unselfish, hitting the open player, and it's just a fun thing to watch when they're playing unselfish and playing as a unit.
13 seconds left here at the State Farm Center. It's Isaiah Griffin with the ball. He takes a strong drive, gets fouled on the way up. So with 7 seconds left here in the first, Isaiah Griffin gets fouled, and he looks to be in some pain.
Yeah, that was a hard hit.
Take a look here. Just takes a hard fall on the ground.
Foul on the Illini, number 4, Kylan Boswell, his second.
Good to see him back up.
Team's ninth.
Yeah, that was a pretty awkward fall, but I like his aggressiveness, how he just attacked the hip and got to his right hand down the basket.
So Isaiah Griffin stays in to take these free throws.
2 shots.
Certainly a good thing for head coach Marty Simmons, one of the better players for his team.
Subbing in for the Panthers, number 9, Obadiah Curtis, number 11, Malik Olafiyoye.
I would like to see what the Illini do in these last 7 seconds. They can get a good bucket, be able to push that lead even further going to halftime. That would give a lot of momentum.
And it certainly feels like they've built up a lot of momentum in the past 10, 12 or so minutes here at the State Farm Center. They currently have a 16-point lead, make it 15-point lead here. With just 5 seconds left here in the first half, Kylan Boswell finding Jake Davis, who takes a three, trying to draw some contact. Doesn't get it to fall, and Genesis so far, Illinois has looked very promising. They have dished out assists, and one going to send it now to Alec, who caught up with him at halftime.
Yeah, Peter, Jen, I talked to Coach Simmons coming out of the halftime break, and the biggest thing he was disappointed in is allowing Illinois to get to the free throw line. Too many free throws and not allowing Eastern Illinois to build much momentum, considering all the fouls they gave up. He addressed the front court quite a bit over the course of those huddles in the first half and in halftime. Just a matter of crashing the glass. He's pleased with the effort, but he wants to see more from his guys.
Great stuff, as always, Alec. And Ivisic gets things started here in the second half. He adds to his total tonight. He has 13. Just a rebound away from a double-double. He's got 13 and 9, almost got it. See who they give that one to. Cross-court pass to Kylan Boswell.
He wasn't ready for that one.
Turnover there. Here's Jacoby trying to push the pace for the Panthers. Here's Bolis. Hands it off to Stapleton. Baseline drive. And intercepted there by Boswell. Boswell looking up the court. Here's KJ. Finds Humrickhouse. Humrickhouse in the paint. Off the glass and in for 2.
This became a 20-point lead just that quickly with 1 minute into the second half.
So 55-35 here in Champaign. College hoops opening day. Stapleton with a mid-range jumper. The bank's open.
RT Stapleton.
Gotta take them when you can get them.
Sure, if it was practice, you would have heard a whole bunch of his teammates saying he didn't call it, but it's a game, so it doesn't matter. Here's KJ with it. Handed off by Ivisic. Back out to Tomislav. Can he get it to go? No. Stapleton with the rebound. Driving into the paint. Nice move. Couldn't kiss it off the glass. Humrickhouse in transition. Intercepted there. Frooster with his eyes up court. Pass to Stapleton. Foul. No good. He's headed to the line.
That was a very smart play. If he would have stayed on that left side, Tommy would have definitely sent that to the bleachers.
And Artis Stapleton, a little slow to get up there. Let's take a look at this play. Nice hands from Frooster. Just a hard fall on the ground there for Artis Stapleton, the 6th year in college hoops for him. Lucky bounce there. We mentioned earlier, he is the definition of a journeyman. Played for 3 different schools at the D2 level, 4 years, and spent his 5th year at Kansas City before getting injured and getting his last chance here at Eastern Illinois. Yakuchonis with it now. Whip pass out to Humrickhouse. Too strong. Boswell taps it around into the arms of Bolis. Bolis finds Stapleton, surveying his options. Boswell defending. Artis with it now. Pump fake. And, yep, pretty obvious travel.
Played some many
Illinois
steps.
basketball. ILL.
The first sub of this second half in for Illinois, Kerry Booth, comes in for Ben Humrickhouse. Booth comes from quite the athletic family, Genesis. His sister, Carter, All-American volleyball player at Wisconsin. His dad, Calvin, is the current GM of the Denver Nuggets, has a NBA ring as an executive. Here's White in the paint. Pump fake, trying to drop contact. He does. And mentioned his dad, Calvin Booth, GM of the Nuggets. Kerry Booth, dad, Calvin, all-time blocks leader at Penn State as well. He enjoyed a 10-year career in the NBA, so really talented family the Booths are.
Definitely. And when you come from a family of athletes, it's a no-brainer you have to be one as well. So he's definitely up there.
Destined for basketball, and Trey White sinks the first of 2 at the line. Kerry Booth, transfer from Notre Dame. Trey White, a transfer from Louisville, spent the season at USC prior to that. You see his stats right there. Tonight, 3 points, 4 rebounds for sort of the starting 5 for the team in orange. Shelton with it now. Screen set, he drives into the paint, pops it out. Stapleton pump fakes back to Shelton in the corner. Too short, corralled here, blocked. Booth with the block, he blocks Calais.
It looks like Tommy is down right now.
And that is not good for Illinois. Tomislav Ivicic injured on the other end.
That's definitely not a good sight for Illini.
Let's see the replay. Do we see what happened to him? We do not. Walking off with the assistance of teammates Yakuchonis and Boswell. Brad Underwood there.
It's definitely a good sign, though, if he's walking off the court.
Subbing in for the Illini, number 21.
You can hear a pin drop in the State Farm Center right now, as Ivicic makes his way to the locker room. Play resumes. Kerry Booth in the corner. He sinks it. Kerry Booth, the player we've mentioned a lot in the past few minutes. Last season, nearly 50% of his made shots were from behind the arc. We're certainly going to try and update you about Tomislav Ivicic as we
22, Trey White, his second, team
find things out. Just an unfortunate sight here. Play resumes. Frooster with it, top of the key. Finds Jacoby. Jacoby handoff to Shelton. Little circle offense here. Back out to Jacoby. Mishandles it. Boswell relentless on defense. The crowd begging for an offensive foul. They call one, but it's on Kylan Boswell. Brad Underwood absolutely livid.
Yeah, this crowd does not like that one at all. They might have got away with one. This also is the atmosphere that the head coach talked about, that this is a hard place to play in. I mean, it's packed out, it's sold out. The fans are brutal, and it's really a hard environment to come and play in.
And when we asked Marty Simmons about scheduling games here at Illinois 3 seasons in a row to kick things off, he said there's a lot of goodwill between these two programs. He knows a lot of EIU fans are also Illinois fans. Perez Johnson in the paint, gets it off the glass.
Johnson Jr.
And right now we're going to send it to Alec on the status of Tomislav Ivasic.
Yeah, Peter, Jen, as you saw, he went straight into the locker room. Now, a trainer did ask if he needed help, but he refused it, favoring that left leg in terms of weight, but he is in some pain. We'll hope that he gets back out on the floor as soon as possible.
Thank you, Alec. You take a look there. The Big Ten Network Student U program, an on-campus experience that is unique to the Big Ten. Student U is part of an educational mission to teach the next generation of sports production professionals. For more information, visit BigTenNetwork.com/StudentU. Illini lead 62-38 here. Missed shot from Cooper Jacoby from beyond the arc. Call a foul there, away from the play. For Marty Simmons' Panthers. Perez Johnson and Kerry Booth out there alongside Will Riley, Dre Gibbs, Lawhorn, and Kasparas Yakuchonis. Seiko Calais in the paint for the Panthers. Pass sent all the way back to Artis Stapleton. Calais sets the screen. Stapleton surveying his options. Takes a fade. Blocked. Johnson got a hand on it.
That was a way to come up. He wasn't showing too low. He was right there to get that block.
Gibbs Lawhorn was trying to find a cutting Yakuchonis. Here's Booth from deep. Too strong. KJ with the board. DGL with it now. Baseline. Double teamed. They're going to call a foul up.
Yeah, those corners, they are trapping very hard in those corners, so you got to be very careful when you're on those corners.
Foul on the Panthers, number 22, Sekou Calais, his second, team second.
There, Dre Gibbs Lawhorn, the sophomore out of Lafayette, Indiana. Here's Yakuchonis inbounding with it now. Riley catches the three, drains it.
3 points, Illinois!
That was a very good shot. He came off that pin down, ready to shoot, hands ready, feet ready, and knocked it down.
Catch and shoot, proven to be one of Will Riley's fortes. Look at this. Coming off the screen from Perez Johnson. Got it.
Will Riley at the line, shooting 1.
And 1 sends Will Riley to the line for a potential 4-point play.
Yeah, if the Panthers want to get back into this game, they're going to need a run really quickly. But this can get really out of hand really quickly.
They trail 38-66. Gibbs Lawhorn gets caught up on the Calais screen. And there's a nice floater from Zion Fruster.
The Panthers need stops right now. They're getting really good stops.
Will Riley with it now. Yakuchonis being defended by Fruster. Fruster defending. Step back three. He drills it.
3 points, Illinois! Kasparas Yakuchonis!
We talk about his passing so much that we forget that he's a really great scorer as well. And he's showing that with that three.
Brad Underwood mentioned slight bit of frustration with his team's three-point shooting percentage at the half. That percentage now up to 36% on the night. The Illini 9 for 25 from behind the arc.
Offensive foul on the Panthers, number 22.
Offensive foul on Seiko Calais.
Team's 4th.
Calais, another journeyman, and believe it or not, teammate with Ben Humrickhouse last season at Evansville. And now, with Calais in the game right now, you see Brad Underwood about to check in. Humrickhouse, who awaits the next whistle. Here's Johnson in the paint, gets fouled. He gets 2 shots at the line.
You know, KJ has 4 rebounds, 4 assists, but a lot of his passes, it's either leading to a better pass or leading to a foul. So it may not be shown on the stat sheet, but he is really looking for his teammates.
Horace Johnson at the line, shooting 2.
Take a look at Johnson's night so far. 2.6 rebounds. Has a chance to get his 3rd point right here.
Returning for Illinois, number 4.
Boswell checks in for Yakuchonis. Illini up by 29. Just over 14 minutes here to go on Big Ten Plus. Alongside Genesis Bryant, I'm Peter Hansen. Shelton in the paint, another fadeaway, and he gets the lucky bounce. Shelton has just been automatic from about 10 to 15 feet tonight. He's got 14 points for the Panthers. Boswell from deep. The Illini raining threes here at the State Farm Center.
That's a great answer by Kylan.
RT Stapleton driving on Gibbs Lawhorn. Jacoby has got a mismatch on the 6-1. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn. Jacoby sends it up, misses, and foul.
Illinois number 2, Dre Gibbs.
That was great recognition for him to realize that he had a mismatch and just back him down.
Cooper Jacoby, the 6'7", 200-pound forward, was being defended by the 6'1", 185-pound Dre Gibbs Lawhorn, and he's got 10 points tonight.
In for the Panthers, number 11, Malik Olafioye. In for Illinois, number 3, Ben
That is now 7 on the night for Cooper Jacoby. Gets the second one to go. So Boswell. Screen set by Humrickhouse. Here's Will Riley, player that Illinois fans have been wanting to watch all offseason long. Here's the rebound from Humrickhouse. Aggressive take. He gets it to fall for 2.
Humrickhouse.
Yeah, I would like to see Humrickhouse get going a little bit more. He's an elite shooter, elite scorer.
The block there from Kerry Booth. We mentioned his father's the all-time blocks leader at Penn State. Riley, the Euro step, gets it to fall.
Illini is at their best when they're playing in transition. They're getting clean stops, clean rebounds, and getting it up early.
Illinois.
We welcome you back, guys. Just a word on RT Stapleton of the EIU Panthers. You know, he's coming in having not played a game since December 9th with UMKC. It's his second double-digit outing in as many seasons at the D1 level. It's his 6th year, but he's very well respected on this team already, despite just being a few months into his time at EIU. So, although it's been pretty heavily Illinois, expect Stapleton to make an impact for EIU throughout the season.
Zion Frister.
We thank you, as always, Alex. Stapleton has been everywhere tonight, had some good defensive plays, and as you mentioned, a nice double-digit outing for RT Stapleton. Riley with it now. Finds Dre Gibbs. Lawhorn behind the arc. He can't miss.
That's money.
Gibbs Lawhorn.
He is just doing all the little things. He's just making the open shots, the open reads. He's being very efficient tonight.
Dre Gibbs Lawhorn now over 20 points in the game. He's got 21. And there's the answer from Malik Olafioye.
The Panthers want to get into this game. They're going to have to shoot more threes. I mean, they're 3 for 7, a good percentage, but in order to get this lead cut down shorter, they need to go.
And how about the no-look pass from Boswell to Humrickhouse? Humrickhouse active defensively. Hands in the passing lanes. Frooster with it now. Looking at Jacoby. He drives, rejected, and foul. You can see just how aggressive Carey Booth has been so far in the black and blue. And he has been active on the glass tonight despite being a 6'2 guard. And now his teammate Zion Frooster at the line for two. Second shot from Frooster, in and out. Boswell now with it. Frooster, another one of those players for Eastern Illinois who missed the ending part of last season. Boswell's pass picked up by Olafioye right on cue. Frooster now with it, back to Olafioye. He steps into a three. Off the front iron, corralled by Tomislav Ivisic, who's back in the game for Illinois. The big man being active already. Good sign for Brad Underwood and Illinois fans alike. Sure, a collective sigh of relief when the big man checked back into the game here at the State Farm Center. Here's Olafioye again, trying to make it go the second time. Couldn't. They're going to say that's off the fingertips
Illinois
of Cooper Jacoby.
ILL. Returning for the Illini, number 32, Kasper Yakichonis.
See there, Tomislav Ivisic with a 13.12 rebound night.
That's a very good sign. A double-double on the first night.
You see there, Illinois 9 for their last 12, make that 9 for their last 13. Shot attempts. Ivisic trying to block it. That shot a little too strong off the glass. Riley surveying his options, slows it down. Here's Tomislav with it now, driving into the paint. A little Euro step, was trying to find the open man, and they call a foul down low. That was Ivisic to Trey White. They're going to say this is a shooting foul. They caught Trey White on the way up.
Yeah, I would like to even see Tommy just go up himself on that one.
Pass inside, able to corral it, was Trey White.
Trey White at the line, shooting two.
Genesis, do you think maybe Ivasic's pass there, despite saying he should have taken it himself, maybe shows how selfless this team has been thus far?
Definitely. I mean, when you have problems where you're overpassing in some instances, that's a very good problem to have as a team, and it's definitely across the board.
Saw there just a moment ago, Trey White, 4 points, 5 rebounds. Such a good rebounder in his college career. Last season, Trey White, a great offensive rebounder for Louisville. Take a look here, Illinois winning the turnover battle, 13-6, and that's certainly been a crucial part of this game, Stapleton now. He finds Obadiah Curtis, and Curtis with the tray.
They're going to need more of those three-pointers to try to get this lead a little bit softer. We see a little difference in defense. They go into a zone.
You see here, Kasper is recognizing it. Riley in the corner. You can't stop him.
Will Riley.
That's great recognition.
Will Riley now with his 14th point of the game. A nice move there from Obadiah Curtis. And Genesis, it's certainly a promising sign when 3 of your freshmen are in double digits in their collegiate debuts.
Definitely. So much balanced attack today.
There's Riley right on cue with the rebound. He was named to the Karl Malone Power Forwards to Watch list for the season.
Now the Panthers, number 9.
He heads to the line now.
His third. Team 7. And
look at the free throw disparity here at the State Farm Center tonight. EIU only making 6 of their 14 attempts. Illinois been lucky enough to have 34.
And that's all because they have been aggressive, they have been attacking, and they have really just got to the line.
Riley makes the first, up to 15 points now. Illinois' 2 leading scorers, both off the bench. Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn and Will Riley.
That is a great sign when you have leading scorers that's not in your starting 5. That just shows they have so much depth and so much explosion off the bench.
A great sign for Illinois as well that they have a center in Ivisic who can corral 12 boards before there's even 8 minutes left in the game. Stapleton, nice move on Riley. Smartly passes it out. Shot taken, a foul there. Isaiah Griffin headed to the line.
Yeah, Griffin's definitely an explosive player. I mean, the way that he's getting to the rim and drawing these fouls, very impressive for his size.
He's a player that we saw got a little shaken up in addition to Archie Stapleton earlier in this contest. Certainly a good sign that both of them are back out there as well. So here's Griffin at the free throw line. Griffin, another one of those talented players in high school, and last season averaged 7.7 points. But in high school went to Sunrise Christian in Kansas. So that one rattles out. He led his team to the National Prep Championship senior year, averaging 12 points a game. Now here he is, it's a sophomore.
Foul the Panthers
For the Panthers, and right on cue, there's a foul from Isaiah Griffin. So the announcers jinx strikes for, I believe, the first time tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he was just trying to battle. I mean, that was a hard battle, and they called the foul on him.
Shooting 1-1.
So the 7'1" center who we saw go down earlier in this contest at the line now with the chance to score his 14th point of the game. Jake Davis checks into the game now for Illinois. Ivisic makes it look easy at the free throw line.
And number 3 to Kyle Shelton.
We mentioned earlier this broadcast how Ivisic was cleared Thursday to play in this contest. Such big news, literally, for Illinois. And certainly lucky to have him. But that eligibility issue we saw with his brothers Vladimir last year at Kentucky, now at Arkansas, he had to start playing midway through the season. So in order to get Tomislav playing at the start of this season, he had to forego 1 year of collegiate eligibility, make a donation to a charity.
1-1.
And here he is now playing, making his collegiate debut after 3 years playing abroad in the Adriatic League. Rebound by Davis, the sharpshooter transfer from Mercer, the first time we've seen any of him tonight. Yakuchonis, nice find to Boswell. Humrick House from deep, way too strong on that attempt. Obadiah Curtis corrals it, pushing the pace. He's going to take it himself. Nice bucket there from Curtis.
See, the Panthers are their best in their transition. They're getting clean rebounds as well.
Yakuchonis, nice find out to Ivisic. A little short on that attempt. Almost got the rebound, but it's picked up by Shelton. A little contact there. No call, but doesn't matter. He gets it to go. Nice bucket through contact there. In the corner, Big Ben. Got it.
3 points. Illinois. Ben Humrick.
KJ is just an elite passer. I know we keep saying that over and over, but his vision as a freshman, as an 18-year-old, is impressive.
Now 6 assists on the day for Yakuchonis. He's got 4 boards and 11 points to go along with it. Certainly a promising sign for a player who a lot of people expect to be Illinois' big star this season. Boswell finding Davis, who gets to the basket. And it's just off the iron. Curtis now pushing the pace. We've got a bit of a tennis match back and forth here in Champaign, corralled by Ivisic. Boswell now. Davis in the corner. No good. Illinois up 90-59 with under 7 minutes left here in the second half. Certainly a good result thus far for Underwood and company.
Timeout on the floor. Illini fans,
Illinois leading 90-59. Indiana, Northwestern, DePaul, and Valparaiso. So that's 3 Big Ten matchups for the OVC squad in just 4 games. Certainly a tough task for a mid-major squad. Police handing it off to Stapleton. Stapleton, a floater, no good, bounces out, and that one's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say EIU tapped it.
Illinois basketball, ILL.
Will Riley checks back into the game for Ben Humrickhouse. Riley's got 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists on the night, just 1 foul for the talented freshman, and he wasn't even supposed to be playing this year. He was originally in the class of 2025. Jake Davis doesn't get that one to fall. Will Riley there to scoop it up for his 18th point.
He's just at the right place in the right moment, was able to just go up with that basket.
Illinois has just been so alert on the glass so far tonight. Here's Frooster, nice move, couldn't get it to go, tapped in by Bolis.
Rodolfo Bolis.
Take a look there. 4-year big man for the Panthers. Yakuchonis finds Davis. Foul, Davis couldn't get it to go, but again, Genesis, we're seeing the incredible vision from KJ.
Definitely, I mean, look at this pass.
Foul the Panthers, number 23, Rodolfo Bolis, his 4th, team's 9th.
Jake Davis heading to the line, another really good free throw shooter a season ago. And Genesis, every time I have said that tonight, the Illini have missed at the line.
You're jinxing them, Peter. You're jinxing them.
I did it with Ivicic, Yakuchonis, and now Davis, and they all had above 85% free throw shooting clips last year, so must be a me thing. When will it end? I'm jinxing them left and right, and foul on Illinois. They're saying that's on Jake Davis here. 5 minutes, 38 seconds left to go here at the State Farm Center. Illinois got 93 points to Eastern's 61. I know it's a really good Power 5 team playing against a mid-major level squad, but Genesis, it feels like 93 points in this amount of time is really impressive regardless.
Definitely. I mean, the only reason they're doing this is because the balanced attack. I mean, there's so many different players in double digits, so many people that have scored in the game, made an impact in the game. You can just tell they're just playing together, playing as a unit. I mean, even their assists, they have 14 assists to their 13 turnovers. Of course, we like to see turnovers go down, but their assists are definitely up there.
It's important to note, too, EIU's players really doing their best out there tonight. I mean, they've played a very solid basketball game, scoring 62 against a Brad Underwood coach squad. Underwood known for being able to coach defense. Here's Yakuchonis outside, finding Riley wide open for the tray. His legs cut out from under him, but it doesn't matter.
That's a great shot, great focus.
Just an incredible shot from Will Riley. Clear foul, and he has the chance for his second 4-point play of the day. He's now tied for the leading scorer of Illinois with 21, tied with Gibbs Lawhorn. Both players off the bench. And he completes his second 4-point play of the day. He becomes the leading scorer for Illinois. He had a quiet first half, and boy, has he come alive here in the second.
Definitely. I mean, he's balanced as well. 22 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 foul. And his stat line is definitely good.
Yakuchonis corrals his 5th board of the game. Dre Gibbs, Lawhorn from way behind the arc. Riley there to corral it. Reverse and one!
This building is going crazy right now.
And Genesis, I think we're starting to see why Will Riley, the Canadian, was a top 10 player in the 2025 recruiting class. Consensus top 20 in 2024. A 5-star player for Illinois, 24 points on the night, has his chance for the 25th, 7 rebounds.
Will Riley at the line. Shooting one.
I mean, definitely. I mean, he's averaged 26.5 points in high school. He's almost over his average in his first collegiate game, and that's very impressive.
Riley gets his 25th point of the night in his collegiate debut. I mean, what an outing for the freshman. He's 4 for 5 from beyond the arc, defending now on Zion Fruster. Fruster with a nice find to Curtis. Curtis is having a nice game, gets rejected by Merez Johnson. Booth corrals the board. Riley with the heat check. Listen to this crowd.
Look at the crowd. Look at the student section. He's on fire right now.
Will Riley. Library of classic games, award-winning original programming, and specially curated digital channels that highlight your favorite Big Ten school 24/7. Explore all Big Ten Plus has to offer on the app or at BigTenPlus.com. Wherever you're watching this incredible basketball game right now, that ball sent out of bounds off the hands of Merez Johnson. Shelton inbounding, the Illini lead by 41 with just over 4 left to go. In the last half of play here, Shelton slips, passes it out. Griffin surveys his options, spins around, looking at Curtis, trying to find Calais. Calais corrals it. Illinois' defense relentless right now, and that's a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation.
Great defense by the Illini. They were so aggressive. They're in their gap. They're helping each other out. And this show, we're getting the shot clock violation.
Here's Will Riley. Take a look here at the rebounding battle. I mean, just an incredible disparity between these two squads, 54-24, and we knew Illinois was going to be a good rebounding team. We didn't know it was going to be this good as Merez Johnson gets fouled on his way up, and the size disparity between these two teams is noticeable as well. The tallest player for Eastern, Sekou Calais, number 22, who's being checked out of the game right now after fouling out. So Merez Johnson about to take shots at the free throw line. EIU emptying its bench. Terry McMorris out there alongside Carson Pro out of Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Merez Johnson at the line. Shooting 2.
Given some of their guys buried by the depth on that team. Carson Pro, interesting player. Like I said, Illinois native. Spent 2 years at Rend Lake College before transferring to EIU.
Number 24, Keaton Kutcher.
And Keaton Kutcher checks into the game now for Illinois. So both teams giving their starters a bit of a break. A.J. Red out there, the team manager turned walk-on. Jake Davis into the game for Merez Johnson. Head coach Brad Underwood letting some of his guys take a victory lap as they head to the bench. Griffin being defended by Davis. Riley defending Curtis now. Curtis, a nice move and a touch off the glass for 2. He's in double digits now and been impressive tonight for the Panthers. Will Riley takes a fade away and he gets it to fall. Can this guy miss?
Wow. I mean, 30 points, your first collegiate game. He is on fire. And his confidence is amazing as a freshman as well.
Certainly hasn't lacked in that tonight. He's been taking shots from NBA range, jab step fade away in the mid-range. I mean, he can do it all. And
number 15, Jake Davis, is third.
at 7 boards, and listen to this crowd echo his name. As a freshman, the Orange Crush here in Champaign, chanting Will Riley's name.
He's already becoming a fan favorite in this State Farm Arena.
And Underwood keeping him in the game, letting him have his moment. Kerry Booth with the rebound, a missed free throw there from Obadiah Curtis.
Oh, look at this crowd. They're ready for another Will Riley score.
And we nearly saw one. They're going to say that's a blocking foul on the floor.
Foul on Panthers number 4, Isaiah Griffin.
Illinois in the bonus, so Riley the chance to get his 32nd point of the night if he connects on these 2 free throws.
Will Riley at the line, shooting 2.
.31 rattles out. Riley remains at 30 on the night. There's 31 for Will Riley. Riley gets the victory lap. Listen to this crowd.
Oh, wow. Standing ovation for the freshman. He's going to be really fun to watch this year.
Brad Underwood said he liked the spark Will Riley provides off the bench. You wonder if after this performance he remains as a spark off the bench or if Riley gets promoted to the starting lineup.
That'll be very interesting.
A.J. Red gets his 5th career point. Like we said earlier, team manager turned walk-on and a crowd favorite here at the State Farm Center. Obadiah Curtis, step back, no good. Just under 2 minutes left here. The Illini 109, Eastern 65. Here's Booth to Kutcher, back to Booth. Deep 3, got it! Kerry Booth now 6 points on this evening, 5 rebounds. Genesis Illinois' depth in the front court has been impressive.
Definitely. I mean, both sides of the ball, the way they're defending, the way they're active, their intensity on defense and offense. I mean, it's just like night and day.
Here's Red taking the ball up the court. Just under a minute and a half left to go here in Champaign. Booth now, why not give it another go? Off the board, rebounded by Perez, taken away by Curtis. And the attempt no good, a hard fall there from Isaiah Griffin. He's had a couple of those tonight, and he's slow to get up. Just not what you want to see here in the late minutes of this one.
Definitely. I mean, the way that he attacks the basket, I mean, he sacrifices his body when he gets in the air that high. You just love to see him keep getting up after those hard falls.
He's headed to the free throw line.
Isaiah Griffin at the line, shooting 2.
112 points for Illinois. A minute and 12 left to go. Crowd on its feet. Griffin sinks the second one. Red finds Kutcher. Here's Keaton Kutcher. Takes a step back 3. No good off the back iron. And here the oohs and ahs coming from his bench. His Illini teammates wanted him to make that one. So
even to see the bench so engaged still with 56 seconds left in the second half, 112 to 66. They're still on their feet. They're still cheering for their teammates. I mean, you just love to see that.
Shooting 2.
Here's Carson Pro at the line. Misses the first one. Gets the bounce. 67 now on the night for Marty Simmons and his Eastern Illinois Panthers team. A.J. Red making the moves on Griffin. Kutcher now with it. Pump fakes. No good again. Nice spin move there, rejected. Johnson.
Said not today.
And a heck of a block there from Merez Johnson. Griffin now with it, under 30 seconds left in this one. Curtis throws up a three. And Illinois can hold if they want to.
Uh-oh.
And they're going to.
Okay, there we go.
Crowd on its feet. Illinois wins this one 112 to 67. And the handshakes ensue here in Champaign. Genesis, a lot of bright spots in that game for Illinois. I think two of the biggest ones